Ayo, tea sippers, it's Tuesday night, and you know what time it is. It's time to catch that tea after dark. Tea sippers, I have one hell of a show for us tonight. So a lot of hot topics going on. Now, I wasn't going to talk about Kanye West, but I definitely have to address Kanye West. So stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and jump into these CTT bays, those hot celebrities of the week. First goes to my girl, Cicely Tyson. Don't sleep on Cicely. She's 93 years old and she's still slaying out here. Now, she immortalized herself by putting her hands and her feet print in front of the TCL Chinese Theater in Los Angeles. So congratulations to her. Of course, Rashida is slaying for Forbes. She talks about making money. She talks about cashing out on opening up her own store and selling clothes. How reality TV helped her. If you ask me, it hurt her. Because Rashida, I don't know what she was thinking, taping the house down from front to back. But that's neither here nor there. But you look good in Forbes, girl. You look good. Next is my girl Juju. I swear to Moses, between Juju, Amara Lanegla, and Tammy Riviera, they're always going to be a CTT Bay every week because they slay. Now, Juju looking really good with this side pony. I'm all for it. Them edges is slicked. Like mine. I don't know why my edges can't lay down. That's neither here nor there. And last but not least has to be Slim Thug. Y'all know I like my men tall and handsome and beards and yeah, Slim Thug just embodied all of that and he just looked really good. He looked simple but yet good at the same time. Ooh, T-Sippers, it's time for these hot topics. Who was tea, sis? First off, Ashanti is dating James Harden. Child, let's talk about this real quick. Where in the wind, they've been creeping on the low for a little bit over a year. She's always in Houston at all the basketball games. But this past time, she was caught with the cousins and the aunties. Oh, it's real with this relationship, huh? I can see them together. They look cute. And I understand how celebrities want to keep their relationships low these days. But do you, boo? Do you? Oh, yes, T-Sippers. We talked about Bambi allegedly being pregnant last week. Well, the two have confirmed that tea. And yes, Bambi is pregnant. But she comes out and says that she is not slaying the pregnancy. The pregnancy is slaying her. Poor baby said she can't even hold down her saliva without throwing up. So, T-Sippers, I want you to do something in the comments for me. Fire off some pregnancy rumors so we can let Bambi know how she can, get through this and be okay. Poor baby. But she did look really cute in her baby bump pictures. I'm not mad at her. Let's talk about Chrissy Teigen's baby shower. Now, Chrissy Teigen and Kim Kardashian are besties. And the baby shower was right after Kanye West's Twitter rant and John Legend calling him out. And then he goes on Twitter and screen caps John Legend's phone conversation. Well, the two kissing made up at the baby shower. So, they are friends again and they agree to disagree. And also, while at the baby shower, Kanye West debuted his new song with them, letting them hear the song with him and T.I., Ye versus the People. Why are we talking about Kanye West? Let me just go ahead and go forth and jump in front of this train and let y'all know something. I'm not here for this. Kanye, I'm not here for this. Okay, you're on a whole nother level of, what y'all like to call it, woke, that I think you need to just take a nap and go to sleep, my child. I understand, my child. I understand that you went through your whole mental state. Everybody's like, oh, mental health. I think at this point in his life, he feels like he's thinking clearer than he's ever thought before. I'm not sure. The nigga even opened up about being addicted to opioids, which is what killed Prince. And also said that he had liposuction. This nigga had liposuction. My fat ass ain't even had liposuction. And he had liposuction? Bruh. If being a celebrity and famous gonna make me be that way, I don't want no parts of it. Like I told y'all before, I don't want to be Master P famous. I got the money, but I'm out on the outskirts of all that extracurricular bullshit. That's what I want. But Lord, Kim Kardashian, are you in the cape for your man? Now, when he went on his Twitter runs last week, you definitely came out and said, my husband is in a great place. Y'all need to leave him alone. Yes, he supports Trump. I don't support Trump. But we agree to disagree on our different values and opinions, and I'll still love him. I ain't gonna lie. She had his back. I was like, that's what I like to see. I definitely like to see a wife riding for her husband, regardless of what the situation is. But, Kanye did some other things today. He finally released an interview with him and Charlemagne. It was interesting. Got a few answers about the relationship with Jay-Z and Beyonce. How he felt about President Barack Obama. Yeah, the list is kind of going on. For some reason, some way, somehow, he made his way to TMZ today. You know, the Kardashians can't stand TMZ because TMZ is always trumping up stories on them, as well as Chris Brown and other celebrities. So he made his way to TMZ to give them an exclusive. Like I said, he talked about lipo, he's talked about being addicted to drugs, and this free will of thinking, and he made the statement that slavery was a choice. But Van, Baton Rouge native, had to stop him in his tracks, and I was here for that. Now I know we off topic because, you know, we usually talk about relationships and couples and babies, but this shit with Kanye gotta be addressed, and he need to see my face. Oh, alright. Kanye, you need to get it together, bro. I don't understand. Maybe that's what the problem is. I don't understand because I don't know how you're communicating your thoughts and views. So I'm trying to watch these interviews. I'm trying to pick it apart in piece to understand what's going through your mind, but I can't. Now, when you said slavery was a choice, it was not a choice. Those people were mentally beaten down and physically. You guys put yourself in that position. Mentally beaten down, fear beat into them. The last time someone tried to leave the plantation, they was shot, stabbed, killed, wounded, raped, foot chopped off, leg chopped off, arm chopped off. So who wants to put themselves through that? So of course they humbly stayed, because they wanted to survive the best way they knew how. So I'm not gonna say slavery was a choice, but we would definitely dive into that topic on my podcast tomorrow night. So make sure you guys follow me on SoundCloud, subscribe on iTunes, or just log on to spillinthesea.com, because the podcast will definitely be lit. We talk about a lot of pro-black stuff, so you already know how this episode is gonna go. So make sure y'all tune in to that tomorrow night at 10 p.m. as well. Anyway, let's get back to this good old C, because I'm not finna go on Kanye West anymore. Baby, let's talk about Safari in a recent interview. Not only did he say he wasn't feeling Nicki Minaj's new music, which I agree. Y'all know last week I went in on the little Chun-Li and I spoke my mind. He spoke his mind as well, but he also talked about not having sex until he gets married.
Have you smashed any other celebrities since the pictures?
No, I'm waiting until I'm married.
Hilarious.
You're funny.
I love this, man. So you're gonna wait until you're married before you smash the next person.
Check it out. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him because you know what? I've been saying this for quite some time. Women are always taught to have standards, but men need to have standards about their dick too. You know what I mean? And if he wants to hold on to marriage, I'm all for it. I'm here.
No, in general in life, like I feel like I'm tired of giving my energy and myself out to these women who don't appreciate me. So
you're celibate right now?
Yeah.
But tea sippers, can you hold out to marriage? What's the longest you went without sex? Comment below. My tea ain't your tea, so I ain't gonna talk about my business. Hey, Sephora, if you going all the way through with this, I commend you. Please teach these brothers to have some standards about themselves. Again, fire off in these comments. What's the longest you've been without sex? Can you wait until marriage, tea sippers? I want to hear from you. What's tea? New couple alert. Johnny Blaze and Deion Sanders Jr. Alright. Wasn't expecting this one. But the two were bike riding in Dallas, Texas over the past weekend and enjoying much company. Bay this, bay that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Deion Sanders Jr. Just a heads up. Johnny Blaze can be a little crazy. So, be careful. Okay? And not to tear you down, sis. Not in one bit whatsoever. But hopefully, everyone changes for the best. So, hopefully y'all work out and y'all look cute together. The bike rides was cute. The cooking was cute. Y'all went out to the club with her and her girl. So, that's cute. That's cute. So, hopefully there's some longevity there and you're learning each other and you're trying to make a solid foundation to make a good relationship. I mean, I'm not trying to marry off anybody. I'm just saying don't get into this without a purpose. Alright? Alright. Tea sippers, I don't want you to tell me the craziest relationship you've ever had. The craziest relationship that I've ever had to be a guy that I was dating. And even though I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing this and doing that, da 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 da, he always made a way to ride by or pop up wherever I may be for some shape, form, or fashion. And I called him out on it all the time. Like, hey, did you just ride by here? What are you doing? Oh, no, I'm on my way somewhere else. It'd be a lie. No, nigga, you crazy. I had to let him go. I know we talked about Bambi being pregnant, but let's talk about somebody else that allegedly is with child right now. And that person, what happens to be Black China? Black China supposedly has a gut full of YBM Almighty J. That's, the little 18-year-old boyfriend that she have. Yeah, supposedly her little bump is there. And people saw the bump, which struck those pregnancy speculations. I'm all for procreation. I'm all for, creating families and, and growing in quantity as well as in quality. And you just need to slow down. Let the little nigga get to know you. Okay? Please, Angela White. I'm not talking to Black China. I'm talking to Angela. Hopefully these rumors are just rumors, allegations, and not true. I mean, Dream just made one. I mean, just slow down. The boy is 18. Does he have a stable career? I mean, money is coming, child support maybe coming from Tiger, and child support or some kind of money is coming from Rob Kardashian. But look, Almighty J, I don't know this nigga. T-Sippers, so you have a homegirl that's always pregnant? No, don't do it. Don't do your friend. Don't do your friend. I ain't shit. But no, do you know a homegirl that always drunk from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship? You know, because that's what I feel like she's doing. She's a serial relationshipist, if you wanted to say it like that. Serial relationshipist. That's my word. I created it. Oh, all right. Now, since we talk about people who jump in relationship to relationship to relationship, Carrie Hilson really had some information for you, some advice for you to slow down and get to know you. Yeah, get to know yourself. She's saying that she is single by choice and she's enjoying single living. She's not looking for a man, but if her man finds her, you know, she's open to it. She's basically going in and saying, taking this time to get to love yourself, get to know you, and know how you want to be loved. You feel me? Like, get to know you. And I feel a lot of people get caught up in this fairy tale life of how a relationship is supposed to go and not really understand what a relationship is and the gist of it. You know, it is okay to be by yourself. It is okay to go to the movies by yourself. It's okay to go to eat dinner by yourself. It's okay to take yourself on by yourself vacation trips. I don't know what you call that. I don't, you know, not a vacay, but a me-kay. I don't know. Shit, y'all figure it out in the comments. But just take that time. And people who just jump from relationship to relationship scare me. Like, you cannot be afraid to be alone. Being alone sometimes is a good thing. Take that time out. Let's talk about Nas and Khalees' domestic dispute. Now, this was out of the blue. No one knew about this. And I mean, these are some heavy accusations that Khalees made, coming out and saying with Hollywood Unlocked that she was in an abusive relationship, and at the time when Brianna was beat up by Chris Brown, she wanted to speak out, but she was afraid to speak out. And she also said that, you know, her body was filled with bruises. She thought that she could make it work and push through the abuse, but it didn't happen. And out of this ugly situation to her, they, you know, birthed a beautiful son. And she is saying that Nas is not even in their son's life, and her new boyfriend, husband, whoever he is, I don't remember, and, you know, her son calls him Papa, and it's just really sticky. You know, yes, they had an ugly child support, child custody battle going on. So I don't know. Like, T-Zipper is like, I don't know what's true. I don't know what's false. I never ever want to say, oh, she's lying, to discredit her. But I want her side. I want his side. And I want to just come together and make the full truth, you know. Nas has not really responded to the situation. He did put a picture up of him and his son, saying that it is really all about him, my seed. So, T-Sippers, what were your thoughts when you first heard this? Like, were you shocked? Were you taken aback? Have you already known this, T? Lord have mercy. I guess the black community is tired and through R. Kelly. They want to put him on mute. Now, it already started with Tom Joyner. He refuses to play any more R. Kelly songs during his live syndicated show. And it just trickles on from there. The women of color put out some things saying they want to mute R. Kelly. It's time to get him up out of here and uproot him. Now, R. Kelly is very hurt by these allegations of a sex code and fooling with underage girls. He's very hurt by this. T-Zippers, you know, he tried to put on some little tears in his video talking about his shows being canceled due to this sex code allegations. And it's hurting his business. He's losing money. He's missing out on being with his fans. And he feels some type of way. My thing is this. You know, yes, we saw the video where he did beat on the girl. People can change. People can change, but I'm not sure. Like Vince Staples said, he ain't going to jail because R. Kelly ain't going to jail touching on little girls. I don't know. I ain't sorry. I'm sorry. When Vince Staples said this shit was hilarious. But R. Kelly, if you committed these acts, you need to, pay for your crimes. I mean, I don't know. You're kidnapping, not kidnapping girls, but having girls in his harem and doing all these wild things, from the ages of 18 to 32, and when they get that older, you kick them out because they all of them, older now, and they're coming out speaking of these things. So I don't know, R. Kelly. We've known about you for years, and I guess people are just sick and tired, and feel like you need to be brought up on these charges. I don't know. There's been several in-depth articles about the situations and people speaking their mind on it, and it's just accountability, bruh. Self-accountability is a rare form of art, so he needs to hold himself accountable. We as a black community are trying to hold you accountable, but also black community, we need to also hold the sexual predators that are within our family accountable. Okay? Like, y'all rallying up behind these celebrities saying, oh, they did this and did that, but what about your Uncle Reefus out here who get a little drunk and want to start cornering people in corners and laughing and eyeing their little nieces and nephews down, or eyeing your aunties down, and that's your relative, that's your blood, What about those people? We don't do that. We don't hold it accountable, black people. We sweep that under the rug, but I'm going to talk about that in depth on the podcast. So make sure you tune into the podcast, because that's some real shit. Okay? I wasn't even expecting to go there, but I went there. What's T? Comment below. We got serious for a second. But a self accountability is definitely needed. R. Kelly and also black community. Now, what sparked people dragging R. Kelly had to be the situation with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is 80 years old, and he's about to go to jail. He's looking at 30 years behind bars, 10 years for each count of sexual assault against, what her name is, Andrea Constand or something like that. In 2004. Now, people are believing that, he got caught up for all the women who came forth. No, he only got in trouble for that one woman because of, it was 2004, the most recent one. Everyone else, that time had passed before, he could get tried for those things. But he is looking to 30 years for each count. Now, for the next 75 days, Bill Cosby is on house arrest, and he will be sentenced. And people are saying he won't even have it hard in prison. But the cold part about it, he goes to jail, he's going to die in jail. I hate to say that. And I would hate that for him. But it just is what it is. It's just called self-accountability. I'm not saying, yes, Bill Cosby did it, but it was a shock to find out that a man who plays America's greatest black dad had these ugly demons in his closet. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough pill to swallow, T-Sippers. It's a tough pill to swallow. But again, self-accountability is important. Not only for yourself, but for us as well, black community. All right. Alright, tea sippers, it's time for In Case You Missed the Tea. And that's tea that I'm always catching and you guys miss. Well, this week, I'm pretty sure you saw all of these things. Laura Gavon and Derek Fisher are engaged. don't know what to say about that. Congratulations, enjoy your life. You know, her ex-husband Matt Bourne said he is not worried and not bothered. Let's hope that it is the case. Jim Jones and his forever fiance, Chrissy, went to celebrate her 47th birthday in the Bahamas, and she was twerking on his head, and he almost drowned. He almost drowned. Now, Joe Budden has been gone to California for, I think, about a week, working on some things, working on some episodes. He just had a meeting with Diddy. Well, while he was away, Sin Santana was out there all play on Instagram. Do you hear me? So, Sis is loving her newfound mom body. The hips, the thighs, the butt is on point. She look good. She look good. I love it. She's a, natural. She didn't get the injections to make her body look this way. It was actually from, as a mother, well, I'm not a mom, but as you can see, like, women who have their kids, they get their grown woman body. That's what I like to call it. You get these hips and thighs out of nowhere, and she's just been flaunting them on Instagram. So Joe recording her, he was like, you know what, hold up, you doing too much, and we gonna have to talk about this. He wouldn't let Bae flourish. Sippers, it's time for my favorite part, and that's the Ask a Lady questions. If you ever want me to give you advice, all you have to do is log on to spillinthetea.com, click Ask a Lady, and fill out the form. What I've been doing new, I've also been doing the Ask a Lady on the radio, so you can tune in to B102 Jams every day at 3 p.m. And I'm answering these Ask a Lady questions on a daily basis. Lord, I don't mind. I like it. All right, this week's question comes from Trisha, and it reads, so true, lady, I recently met this guy and everything was cool. Fun dates, a lot of hanging out. And the chemistry is really there, and I'm ready to have sex, but I noticed some hesitation on his part. A few days later, I asked him why, and he told me he has chlamydia. Mind you, this is a text conversation. I have not sent him a response back yet. I like him, but I don't know what to do. Do I still date him and wait till it clears up, or do I just leave him alone? Help me. Well, Trisha. What's the time frame y'all dating, love? I don't know, man. I would be wrong to tell you, like, he got chlamydia, he might clear up, but that mean he dirty dicking out here. He dirtying it up. And you don't want to take that risk for your own self as a woman. You don't want to put yourself through that. What if he's dating you and then he starts having sex with another girl unprotected and he bring that back to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, does he think in that manner? And, what chlamydia take what? I don't know. How long chlamydia take to clear up? 7 days or something? I don't know. I can't speak personally. But, that means while y'all having fun, hanging out and chilling, he been having sex with somebody and he ain't been all the way 100 with you. But, I mean, at the end of the day, y'all not really in a committed relationship, but still. I'm sorry. I wouldn't stay. That's just me. But on some advice, if you do choose to stay, y'all need to have that conversation about how you feel and about sexually transmitted diseases. I'm not trying to let this happen to me. Are you going to do this again? Blah, 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 blah. Let them, just have an open line of communication. Okay? But he a dirty dick dog. I wouldn't waste my time. Because, anyway. Just because it clear up, sis. Alright, man. The next Ask a Lady question has to go from... Alright, man. The next Ask a Lady question comes from Latasha. And it reads... Dear True Lady, I need some advice. I have been hanging out with this guy for about 6 months now. We've never kissed, had sex, or barely even hugged. He's always talking about other girls and his issues with them. The bad thing is I have started to catch feelings for him. I need to find a way to get out of the friend zone and show him I'm the perfect girl for him. Help me. Well, Tasha, it's all about communication. It's all about being upfront and saying, hey, I like you. And I want you. Don't do it. Don't do booty warrior. But no, definitely be open about the situation and let him know, like, hey, I'm kind of caught some feelings for you. I want to see where it goes. He can only say one or two things, yes and no. Prepare for both. People are always afraid of rejection in their life. I'm even talking to my own self as being afraid of rejection. But rejection is a part of life and helps you grow and go on to the next. So, yeah, go ahead. Put your best foot forth and let it be known. Shoot, hell, he might like that. You might, spark up a little something. He might be throwing hints like, I'm looking for the perfect woman. And what you do is say, well, I am the perfect woman. Oh, all right. See, siblings, comment below if I give your advice below. What are your thoughts about both of these questions? In the meantime, that's all the tea we spill in the night. That's the end of the show. Make sure you guys tune in back next Tuesday night at 10 p.m. because I will always spill that tea with Catch the Tea After Dark. You can follow me on any social media websites, Such a Lady 85 on everything, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or search for the hashtag Catch the Tea. And we out.